Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. This will be my first video, and depending on how it goes, I might post more. I don't know, I'm just trying out YouTube. I think it'd be kind of cool to share a little bit on my collection with you guys. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to comment in the section below, and I'll talk to you. So this is some of my collection. Most of it is unfortunately packed up, but this is what I could carry with me in my bags or what I picked up while I was here. I'll start with the mannequin on the left, and I'll make my way around the entire room and show you guys everything. If I mispronounce things or if I name something wrong, feel free to yell at me in the comments, whatever. But we'll start with the left here. Right here is a rock marine top. It's named to, if I'm not mistaken, that translates to Kim, but my wife is Korean and she read it and I can't remember what she said, but it's beautifully marked. I think this is actually from the 80s. It might be Vietnam era, but I'm not going to say it is for sure because I don't know too much about Korean uniforms yet. I just think it's awesome to collect because my wife is Korean and her grandfather fought in the Korean War, and Korea helps America out a lot, and I don't feel like in the collecting community they don't seem like they get much credit, so I'd like to just have that around. Beautiful marked helmet here. If somebody removes some paint, you can actually see Korean rank coming through on the front, which is freaking awesome. On the back, it's actually marked Mul 78, which translates to water 78. Mul is water in Korean. What water number 78 means, I have no idea. Maybe the helmet was used in the Navy. I'm not even going to pretend to know. So going down, I just have a World War II grand belt on it. It's not supposed to be on this mannequin. It honestly was on the Marine, but I took it off to use it one day and did not want to fight to get in the back and wrap the belt right around this guy anyways. So I just left it over here to display it. I think this one's 43 or 42 dated. Going down, we have my original Korean camo trousers, which are freaking sweet. And I have the matching top back at home. Whenever I get back home, I'm going to actually build the mannequin with the camo only. I'm going to take this top off and just have it displayed, maybe hanging in the back somewhere. But I had the original matching top, which is going to look freaking awesome. Really excited about that, especially with that helmet. It's going to make an awesome display. Here's an original flag. This one I bought it as an original Korean War flag. I don't know the actual year. I just know by touching it and feeling it. It's definitely old, and it's just sweet to have. So, moving on. I have my World War II Marine. The helmet cover up top, unfortunately, as you can see, was marked for the Korean War. However, you guys can bicker and argue all you want about this, because I know it's always changing, it seems. But it does have the the buttonholes up top, or the fillet, or the, can't think of the word of it. The slats, alright, you know what I'm talking about. Up top and in the actual flaps itself, it has the slats in it. So I was told, I've read this is the first pattern. I've also read this is the third pattern. You know, it's not dated 1953 though. That's what I know for sure. The liner itself is, I believe, a Westinghouse. I'm not going to take it off right now and look, but I do know the sweatband is Korean War, post-war added. So it's probably added back when they re-stamped this helmet. So I got a P41 on it. On the mannequin now, P41 trousers. They got the actual pocket flap that goes all the way up. As you can tell, if you guys have any of these you want to sell, please let me know. Always trying to find original P41 trousers, because I have like enough equipment to make like 2 or 3 Marines, and I really would like to do that. I just cannot freaking find the trousers, so help me out, guys. Anyways, I have the third pattern canteen. There's no hole in the bottom of this one. Cross slap. don't remember what year the canteens dated. I don't feel like taking it out right now. And if you guys will bear with me as I come up here and hug this Korean mannequin here. I have a original pup tent. It's freaking sweet. Unfortunately, it is marked by the Boy Scouts on the forest side. But, you know, I can't complain because it's original, so I'm pretty excited about that. I have the upper and lower packs here. I believe that one's dated 43. Don't remember on this one. But original looking salty gear. I love. It's going to make an awesome display when I get back and get a house in the States. I plan on getting, you know, a big area and making like an actual full display with this, like a Peleliu Marine, because it would make awesome, just awesome looking setup there. So moving on, I've got just a bust here with some Navy equipment on it. M4 jacket. It's like the Army M41, but it's like the Navy version. I think this one's contract dated. The Navy NSXX or XX. You know, if you guys are familiar, you know what I'm talking about. I believe that one dates to 43 or 44. The HBT on top is or inside I meant, has the Navy buttons on there. And then I have the N3 utility shirt. This one's actually dated 43. Then on top, finish it off, have a Navy helmet here. Beautiful front seam, fixed bell. The liner is a Westinghouse. I know that for sure. I would show you guys inside, but as you can tell, this gorgeous paint here. I really don't want to touch it. Oh, I just touched it there. But I don't want to handle it too much because I would be very upset if it rubbed off. But yes, this is one of my Navy displays. The only one I actually have on a mannequin, because as I continue on, you'll see I won't have much room in here. Moving on, this is my tanker display. Fixed bell, front seam, helmet. Hopefully you guys can pick it up on the camera, but if you look, it's actually scraped off the corkus. It says HDF, and it's marked with a lieutenant bar. Oh, there it goes, finally focused. Right yonder. So freaking sweet. Under here I've got the tanker's winter combat hood. I can't remember the exact designation of it, but then you have the winter's combat jacket, aka tanker jacket. Fortunately, it has no patch on it, but it's pretty salty looking and definitely cool to have. The overalls under it that go up are reproductions. I have originals back home, but these are reproductions, so I just threw them on the mannequin to make it complete. I also have the boots and stuff back home, and he's got some original gloves in his hand there. So cool story. Hopefully if I continue making videos, if you guys want to see more, I have an original tanker jacket back home that the tanker, for some reason, I don't know why he did this, turned it inside out and then like sewed it back together. So it's literally a tanker jacket, but it's inside out, but it's all sewn together so it looks correct, and it has the armored division patch on the side. And it's really cool. I have an original photo of a tanker doing it from the war. It's not the same jacket, but it is just like that. And I don't know, just a lot of cool character to it. I really enjoy that. Next is I believe it's pronounced seersucker style nurse uniform. If you can look on it, you can tell this is very heavily soiled, and it's actually named. The nurse, she embroidered, or not embroidered, but sewn her name onto it. See if it'll. It won't focus, but it's Frances Adkins, and I've looked up like obituaries and stuff, and I found a few Frances Adkins that passed away not too long ago that would have been of age in the time frame this would have been worn. that were nurses. So I'm not sure which one it belongs to, but obviously you could tell by the deep use of this uniform that it was, she did a lot of good work. So it's really cool to have, you know, nurses uniform on display. Give them a lot of credit for what they've done. So down here we have Lieutenant Dan. You know, he ain't got no legs. It's my jungle fatigue with a 69 dated cover. Think this may be front seam helmet. I'm not sure. I don't feel like taking the cover off, but the liner is 69 dated as well. The jacket is freaking sweet because it is 25th Infantry Division Specialist rank. I actually went over, I had a friend of mine who fought with the 25th Northwest Saigon up in Kuchi and Tainan, whatever. So this is why I collect 25th in honor of him. I heard a lot of, I would say awesome, but a lot of unfortunate, sad, incredible stories from him. So, you know, the Vietnam vets went through a lot, so it's awesome to have something display for them. I also have another Vietnam set up back home, Vietnam dress uniform from the 25th. So I plan on making a few Vietnam mannequins. And then moving on. This I picked up in Germany. I just wanted to share it to you. I'm not going to dig them all out. But these are all German books dating from World War I all the way to World War II. They're autobiographies, biographies of just random stuff. I picked up this whole entire crate for $20. And what was really cool is there was an actual songbook, a songbook from Hitler Youth in there that was named. It was really cool that finding that. But these are just really cool books to have. I even have like big, huge books as well, but those are packed up somewhere, and I don't know what I did with them. Over here, excuse the clutter, guys. This room is really tiny. Over here, I'll just tell you what's in the boxes. I'm not opening them, but these boxes are filled with glass. They're actually spice containers, but they're filled with dirt spanning from Vietnam, the Philippines, Normandy over in France, to Belgium, Germany, Hungary, all battlefields across all the countries that I've been to. And I think there's like, off the top of my head, there's like 40 different glass spice containers filled up in there. So I had them on display in my last house, but I have no room to display them, so right now they're literally holding my TV up. So cool. Moving on, I'll show you that, guys. Last, over here, this is a second ID jacket, Korean War trousers, the M51 trousers. These are the M48 boots. The jacket is not named, but the last person that had it before me has pictures of the original owner, which are in that book for safekeeping. This is just a gas hood from World War II. I have it on there just to throw it on there. Then right here, this is something my friend threw on there. It's a rear seam. The liner's dated 1954. I want to get an original Korean War dated liner, but I just haven't gotten one yet. But it's on there for now. The chair's World War II. Then you have my BD72 switchboard here. By trade, I actually work a lot with telephones, so my friends and I got this working, and we're using the actual EE8 little trench phones and like calling back and forth. It's really sweet. Got the basic field communications manual, then a Korean War phrase book. Since this is a Korean War mannequin, I just have that thrown over there. Then some bulbs. This is a German lantern. I think these are M48 winter gloves. Use that bag. Another Korean War Korean flag. This one's like made out of like a netting fabric, and it was like dyed, so it's like homemade. It's really cool. Lucky Strike container. There's no Lucky Strikes in there. Just for his privacy, I'll cover up my uncle's name. But the guy on the top left is my great grandpa. He was in the Korean War. That's him again. That's him again. That's him again. That's his brother. He was in World War II. He fought in Europe as a medic. And that's my uncle. He is a search and rescue swimmer. So I just have those guys up there on the wall to give them some credit. This came out of a... No, I don't think it came out of a magazine. It's just that small to begin with. But it's a pinup girl on the back. As you can see on the other one, there's like a depiction. I think there's a firefighter on the back of this one. But I have the pinup girl displayed here and the actual artwork displayed here. This is called like the Private That Led the Way. And I believe both of these are dated 40... I can't remember. It's like 42 or 43 dated. But I found a bunch of these in the back of an antique store once. Here's a Japanese banner. Oh, sorry. Let me back up the camera a little bit. Right here is a poncho. It's dated 1945. And as I may have mentioned earlier, I like salty gear. Somewhere on this poncho, it's not stiff at all, which is awesome. Mannequin's naked, excuse that. Somewhere on here, there was actually a big hole ripped into it where they had repaired it with another poncho. And I think it's February 1945 dated. The seller was like, oh, it's damaged, so give me $30 for it. I was like, deal. So, picked that up for $30. It's going to look great. I'm going to put it on a, when I get back home, I'm going to do an Okinawa Marine. And I'm going to have that poncho either rolled up in the back or maybe on them. I haven't made up my mind yet. And as I said, I have no room in here, so I have to squeeze back here. I got some filled radios. Not necessarily filled radios, but some radio transmitters. These, I don't necessarily know how to date them because I don't know much about radios, to be honest with you. But as you can tell, maybe if it'll... It's a it's a T14H/TRC1, and then if I can get down here, this one is a R-19H/TRCH1. I googled it and it said like 1944, but I don't know when this is actually. This one here is manufactured. If anyone that is a radio nerd and knows much about this, please let me know. This is the civilian model. So the civilian Corps program, or however you pronounce it, I can't remember the name. Corps program. That's just a winter hat there. There is an original voltometer in here. Some a field phone. Going back up, you have the just have a lineman's bag there, and then here's two other field phones. This is the one when they replaced it with a canvas top. This one is, I forgot the model number, but it's like they used these in Vietnam. This one's actually dated 82, but I got it for free. So back there, excuse me, is another cot, or a cot. I believe it's 44 dated. And also, maybe if you see them, I have some Marine boondockers. They're in that bag there to protect them from dust and all that, but they're a pair of Marine boondockers. And then a German rotary phone from 1947. What else? Oh, over here. This is a great book. As if you guys are collectors, you know what book this is. Hard to find. But well worth it if you can find it. Don't pay over $100, but it's worth, you know. I think I paid $70 for it, and I don't regret it. Marine blanket, original World War II under here. I believe this is the. If you guys are better with Marines than I am, I think this is the late war because it's not USMC marked. And then a V for Victory book. This is actually an awesome book. It has a bunch of stateside home front items in it. From toys to like bottles and all that. Picked this up for $1, so can't complain. This is an Ike jacket. It's actually, I bought it. I was like, wow, is that a 29th patch? Like flipped. But when I bought it, I actually, some of the guys helped me out online. It's actually, I thought it was like maybe a pre-war, just a weird homemade one. But this is actually occupational forces of Korea. The dye has just gone out of the red side, but as you can tell, it's got a red tint to it. So it's a really cool jacket to have. So I was not upset when I got it and found out that it wasn't just some odd, messed up 29th patch, but it's actually Korean occupational patches. So it's really cool. Sorry, stumbled over that quite a bit. Here's another U.S. Navy fixed bell that I have. I think it's a Firestone liner. I don't want to touch this again. I barely touched my painted helmets because I would be very upset if I just like screwed the paint up somehow. But as you can tell, beautifully USN marked. The helmet is losing a lot of its blue paint already, but it's still there, and in person it's very can't tell if it's good on camera, but in person it's solid. Another Marine cross flap canteen. This one does have the drain hole, unlike the other. This I picked up off base. Norman Rockwell drawing with some Sailor Jerry style tattoos in the back. Love it. Here's just a wire fence from the DMZ. Picked this up a few years ago. You'll find these all over Korea. I don't know if the wire's actually from the fence or not, but you know, it's pretty cool. Going up, I guess I'll show you this. It's like a reproduction blood chit, I believe is how you pronounce it, C-H-I-T. I just threw it in a frame. Here, this is something that means a lot to me, actually. It's from my first trip to Normandy. This is from the rock, or the wall on Omaha Beach. All the sand is from Omaha Beach. This flower was from the cemetery. It was given to me. A bunch of them were given to me. I placed a lot out and I kept one. This one, if you know anything about the Bedford Boys, this is actually Jack Powers. You probably won't focus, but yep, there it is. This is Jack Powers. His grave, sorry. And my wife actually snapped this picture of me. It wasn't planned or anything. I was just standing in the background thinking, and she snapped this picture. And this is me on the beach in my 29er gear. So this is original sand. I got it and I had some resin to pour over it, and it was awesome. Like, I didn't plan for it to turn out this way, but the way it looks like it's wet, it was like the beach is like receding, the water is, and I love the way this turned out, and I'm super happy to have this. It means a lot to me. This is just a funny Kim Jong-un cup. So, moving on. Let's see if there's anything interesting up here. Oh, my mom was a CB. CBs are freaking sweet. This is a 1967 original poster for the CBs. This is a, just a 80 something dated helmet, or 90 something dated helmet. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then a $2 bill. This is a let's see, I think it's 1928. This is just the name from the U.S. Navy dated, or U.S. Navy helmet over there. This is like the name I thought it was, but I can't find anything on this guy. Right here, this is pretty neat for any of you guys that are plane fans. This is actually from the Black Cat Squadron. I was over there one day and they gave me some pilot food. So it's caffeinated apple pie, it's chocolate pudding. I've tried this one. It's actually very good. It's like legit food, just ground up and put in a tube. So like you'll get random chunks of apples in there. So this little guy here, I picked this up in Bitch, France. Yeah, no, right, bitch. But anyways, there's a huge fortress there, and if you guys are interested in Googling it, it's really interesting, because like the town going down is like, you see this tiny town and then you just see this huge gigantic fortress. So I picked this guy up there, and I have my Jim Martin video signed by him. I bought this from his Facebook page. You guys can look him up on Facebook. My this big, it's like $30. It was cool. Figured why not. Let's get some interesting videos on there. Then going over to some of the last stuff I have here. I'll try to make a longer video when I get home about the other things I have, but as of right now, this is a U.S. Navy N4 jacket, but a Marine commandeered it. As you can see, it says U.S. Navy under it, but they stenciled U.S. Navy or U.S. Marine Corps on there. Heavy use, a lot of helmet scruffing on the neck, so the collar's all screwed up. This is freaking awesome. I love it. If I ever do like an Iwo Jima mannequin or maybe an Okinawa. So I've seen a few pictures with guys with jackets on. I'll put this on there for sure. It's definitely one of my favorite jackets, and it's really sweet. This is a reproduction, unfortunately. If anyone has an original one, please let me know if you want to get rid of it. Because my step-grandfather was a Navy corpsman in the Philippines, and I'm trying to make a display in his honor. I have an original Navy corpsman bag, but it isn't the correct type. It's like the satchel kind that, or not, you guys know, like the Musette bag looking one. But this would have been the one he would have used. So if you guys have one of these, please let me know, because I really want one. Moving on. Reproduction baseball glove. Just got lucky, found this online. I don't like the way the leather looks, but it's like the correct type, so definitely use it at reenactments. This is an M50. It's an actually 82nd Airborne M50, patched out here with the some really sweet jump wings on there, but it's not an M43, it's an M50. That's a 1917 Kelly, or not a Kelly helmet, but like a Doughboy helmet there. These are really cool. I've only seen one pair of these for sale, and luckily I got them. But it's like an original pair of, if I pronounce it wrong, please don't murder me. It's like Kersey line trousers, winter trousers. Big with the tankers if you can get a hold of them. So I'm going to put this on the tanker mannequin. I'm just too lazy to move all that crap to do it. So in the back, some Navy foul weather gear. I can't remember this contract number off the top of my head, but it's maybe 42. I don't know. But it's pretty shredded on the arms. I'm not gonna repair it completely, but I am going to have to like put one thread needle through it to hold the flap on one of the arms back. But I paid $10 for it, so came with the top and the trousers are the overall bibs. So freaking awesome. Going on, I have a question for you guys actually. If you guys understand or know, this is a Cambry, pronounce that right, Navy shirt. It doesn't have the NXS Navy contract that most World War II things have, nor does it have a DLA contract or anything. It just says contract number, and then it's just ink smeared. So if anyone knows when the Navy was using this style contract number, if you guys can comment and let me know, it'd be cool to kind of date when this is for. Honestly, I bought it because I thought it was a NX contract, but then I got it in, I was like, oh, that's totally not an NX. It looks like, I don't know, there's like a 5.2 something in there. No brand in it anywhere. It's just, this is all it's marked with. So if you guys know anything about this, please let me know. That's nothing interesting. I think that completes it, yeah. So, oh, I didn't talk about this Marine helmet. Didn't talk about this one. It's marked, obviously post-war. It has no buttonholes on the inside. No foliage, yeah. Slits on the outside. Don't remember what type liner it is, but it is marked. There's the liner, you guys can see. I have a shirt under there just for protection. The nape strap there, but let's see what it is marked on the rear. It's 5 TRK13, and it's marked on the inside of the flap the same thing. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you if you made it all. Wow, 30 minutes. Yep, long video. Appreciate it if you made it this far. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or you just want to complain because it's the internet, that's what people do, please feel free. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.